Hello and welcome to Capital Connection with me, Kamran Yusuf. Make no mistake, Imran Khan is all set to become Pakistan's next Prime Minister. His party is on the verge of winning enough seats from the National Assembly to form the government in the centre. It was incredible how the PTI not only swept from KPK but also made serious inroads from central and northern Punjab, which has always been the stronghold of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. But Imran Khan's apparent and historic victory is not without controversy, because almost all political parties, including Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz and Pakistan People's Party, have raised serious questions about the fairness of the elections. To discuss this remarkable and historic elections in Pakistan, I am joined by, in our Islamabad studios, Mr. Kamar Chima, who is a well-known political analyst and commentator, Mr. On Sahi, who is a senior journalist and currently bureau chief of Channel 24, and we have Mr. Musharraf Zaidi, who is a senior analyst and, of course, political commentator. And let me begin with you, Mr. Musharraf. Do you think that the victory or the apparent victory of Imran Khan was really a shocker?
Well, I don't think it can be qualified as a shocker, but it was certainly surprising. So myself, I had long been predicting a relatively hung parliament, a fractured mandate in which no one party has a clear has the clear support of the Pakistani people to take forward their agenda, and they would need to build a coalition and take everybody along, and we would have really slow legislation, if any legislation, and we wouldn't have any reform. But I think what's happened instead is that it looks pretty certain that Imran Khan will only need a few independents to cross the magic 137 vote mark in the National Assembly. And if he does, then the PTI will be a coalition-free and therefore unburdened by the baggage and the limitations of coalition.
Then can be, Mr. Kamachima, a strong Prime Minister, because pre-election surveys suggest, as Mr. Musharraf pointed out, that there might be hung parliament. But now he seems that he can form the government single-handedly by inviting few independent candidates. So in that sense, the kind of government that Pakistan needs, a strong Prime Minister who can take the difficult decisions. So it is not a bad thing for Pakistan.
Well, many in Pakistan believe that will Imran Khan be capable enough to iron 137 wrinkles on his Sherwani. So I think he has been successful enough as he has reached closer to the number 137. But there are two possibilities in this situation. The first is that either he's going to be with the independents, then the smaller regional parties, be it the Grand Democratic Alliance or the BAP or the PMLQ and others like that. Or at the same time, he will go for the one bigger political party like Pakistan People's Party, to whom he had a sort of a political understanding back in the Senate election.
But during election campaigns, Imran Khan has already made it clear that he will not sit with any party, either by the PMLN or with the Pakistan People's Party.
That is what I think, that is actually what Imran Khan will be in hot waters because of his hard stance on Pakistan People's Party. It will be tough for him to he adjust himself. But don't forget that it is the same Imran Khan who voted for the deputy chairman of the Senate, and that was of the Pakistan People's Party. The media understood that, and everyone knew that there is some sort of understanding between Pakistan People's Party and Imran Khan. If it had been in Senate, then definitely...
No, the question is that why would Imran Khan really rely on People's Party when he can form the government single-handedly by inviting few independent candidates? We already know that the Grand Democratic Alliance and the PMLQ would also support Imran Khan. Well, so why would they need support of the People's Party?
Well, I think there are two main reasons for that. One thing is that Pakistan People's Party has got a considerable number of seats in Punjab. So Imran Khan, which is just few seats behind from PMLN in Punjab, so he would love to form the government in Punjab. And Punjab is a province which is more than, about 110 million. That is where, and because of the devolution of power, 18th Amendment, all the power or the money, the fiscal and administrative power lies in the Punjab. So he would like to form the government in Punjab with the support of the People's Party. One. Second, whatever the legislation PTI has to do, it will be much easy for the PTI to have a strong to pass all their bills if they have the government in Punjab.
But perception and optics, does matter in this case. And do you think that his voters would really accept if we go by the argument that Mr. Kamachima has given, that he needs even to form the government or support the People's Party to form the government in Punjab, because that is very crucial. But do you think that he would be able to convince the voters that, look, that before the elections he was saying that he would not sit with traditional parties who were actually forces of status quo?
I don't think, excuse me, I don't think he will go with the Pakistan People's Party. Right now, I know for the fact that they have already started contacting all those independents from Punjab, whether they are member provincial assembly or national assembly. So their first foremost target right now to get most of those independents in their fold. Yes, he can do that, but in Punjab, I don't think he is going to do. But in Punjab People's Party, they have almost maximum numbers which we have been, so far receiving. It's almost 10 seats. I don't think this is going to make much of the difference in Punjab Assembly, because the kind of big numbers, and Imran is basically catching. PTI
but
is
do you think
catching.
that forming the government in Punjab is very crucial for PTI to execute its agenda, because Punjab is the biggest province politically and otherwise. If you have a government in the center but you don't have the government in Punjab, then you can face serious problems.
Yes, definitely, and that is the purpose right now. That's why they want to have a chief minister of their own in Punjab, and that's why I'm saying they have already started contacting MPAs, like that more than 25 member MPAs, independent and MPAs in Punjab Assembly as well. So they are going to be the real force, and most of them, like in Jang we have 3 independent MPAs, in Mandi Bahauddin there are some, and most of them they're from South Punjab or central towards South Jang and all those districts. So most of them, they already have inclination towards PTI, because PTI has been so big in so big way in South Punjab. So I think they would easily form a coalition, maybe with the PMLQ. They have 6-7 member provincial assembly in Punjab, and then independents. They are not going to
let me bring in Mr. Musharraf here. Do you agree with this hypothesis or analysis that Imran Khan either needs the support of People's Party because of, one, that he needs Punjab, second, that he also needs a lot of supports when it comes to the legislative business. But on the other hand, Mr. Onsai pointed out that PPP only had 110 seats at the moment from Punjab, so he can rely on independents for this purpose.
My own sense is that the principal motivation and interest of the PTI in politics is to anoint and appoint and celebrate the prime ministerial ambitions of Imran Khan. I don't think that the PPP is a requirement to actualize that aspiration. So I think that we're going to see a focus. The initial focus of the PTI is going to be in making sure that the leader of the House is Imran Khan, and that he does don the so-called Sherwani of the Prime Minister's office. I do think that it's going to be a fascinating exchange and exercise to see how things proceed with regards to the Punjab. I think that the PMLN can legitimately claim a mandate in the Punjab without raising any eyebrows. And I think that we've seen a coalition government at the center that dealt with an ornery but still amicable Punjab provincial government between 2008 and 2013. You'll remember that we had a federal coalition of the PPP, MQM and ANP, and you had a Punjab government that was made up of the PMLN. Things were not always smooth in that dynamic, and of course there was a point in time in which Shahbaz Sharif had to go back home, and then he came back.
But the kind of expectations that people have, the kind of agenda that Imran Khan has, he certainly needs Punjab, because and also don't forget that the kind of animosity the PTI and the PMLN currently have, that can have a serious issue, because both parties at this point in time are actually on point of no return, because 2008 was different, because initially both People's Party and PMLN had a coalition government in the center, and their relations were not that bad as at the moment when we talk about the PTI and the PMLN. Do you think that can also be a major factor?
Look, Kamran, I think that I think it's going to be fascinating to see if the pursuit of the PTI is reform, then I think you can't do without the Punjab. But to get the Punjab with the numbers that we're seeing so far, I think Chima Sahib is right. I think that I'm not sure that it needs the PPP, but it does need some sort of a series of compromises and adjustments. And I don't think we've seen anything from the PTI, especially now that it's in essentially an ascendant position. I don't think we've seen any evidence that the PTI is capable of the kind of magnanimity and wisdom that I think the situation demands, if indeed public sector reform is a key objective.
But another important question, Mr. Qamar, that when you form a coalition government or reach some kind of understanding with any political party, then it means that you also compromise on your certain principles. For example, that if they sit with People's Party in Punjab, that means that PTI has to compromise on its principle. Do you think that that will go well with the PTI voters?
Well, I think definitely that is going to have a compromise on its election manifesto. This is what Imran Khan will have to face, that if he has to go for a compromise with the People's Party, he will have to compromise on his election manifesto.
Then how he will bring change that he was talking about for so many years now?
I think very soon you will see that he will try to convince his voters and supporters that, look, there is a bigger evil, there is a smaller evil. So how we have to deal with the smaller evil to deal with the bigger evil. So I think he will believe, or he will comment that Pakistan People's Party is a smaller evil as compared to the Muslim League Nawaz, because they have been ruling Punjab and all that. So in this situation, because as we were discussing earlier, the legislative business will not be possible for him. And remember, the number which the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz has got in center and in province, they are able enough to give tough time to any government.
I
so
think that is
very strong.
That is very important point, because we have witnessed back in 2002 when, of course, there was a military rule, and at that time both Pakistan People's Party and the PMLN were in opposition, and those who witnessed the parliamentary proceeding, they knew very well that how strong and formidable that opposition alliance was. And if in this case, now already PMLN has more than 60 odd seats and the People's Party had more than 40 seats, that can make a very challenging opposition for Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. We will discuss this aspect, but we have to go for a break here, so stay with us.